In today's video, I will be sharing my contribution to the So Purple to NALZ challenge in collaboration with Michelle of Michelle Sews Again. And I will also show you 3 different ways of how you can size an oversized button-down shirt. So if you are interested in seeing what I contributed to the challenge and why, please continue to watch. Hello everyone, and happy day to you, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and if you are new to watching the channel, I do welcome you and I hope you consider subscribing, and thank you to all of my returning subscribers for coming back and for your continued support. So in today's video, I will be sharing my contribution to the So Purple to NALZ challenge that is being hosted by the beautiful Michelle of Michelle Sews Again. Michelle has collaborated with 29 to 31 different sewists during the whole month of September, and each one of us that she has collaborated with will be making something with a purple theme in honor of Alzheimer's disease. Not everything that is going to be made is going to be a garment, because people have made things such as turbans and aprons and just a variety of things. So please make sure you check out the playlist to see what everyone has made, and Michelle has put like all of the collaborations and the dates on her website and inside of her description box, so definitely make sure you check that out. Also make sure you check out the hashtag So Purple to NALZ 22 on Instagram so that you can see all of the many different entries on there as well. So Michelle's reason for hosting this challenge is because in 2020, Michelle lost her father to Alzheimer's disease, which is a form of dementia. So she began this challenge to bring awareness to what this horrible disease is, and also to help raise money to fund research so that one day better treatment or even a cure can be found. I too have lost a loved one from this disease, and the person that I lost was my paternal grandmother, so I definitely understand the desire for finding a cure and for raising awareness, and I definitely want to help out. So if you would like to know more about this challenge in depth, and if you want to know more about this disease in depth, and if you would like to donate to the cause, Michelle has made a very detailed intro video to kick off the challenge, and she also created a tribute donation page in honor of her father that I will link in my description box below, so please make sure you check that out. Also, please feel free to participate in this challenge as it goes throughout the whole entire month of September, and all you have to do is make something purple. You don't have to sew it, it could be crafting, but it just needs to be purple. And you can post it on Instagram and use the hashtag So Purple to NALZ 22, and you will have an opportunity to win one of the many prizes that Michelle is offering. So yes, this is a very fun challenge. Alright, so for my collaboration with Michelle and I both made an oversized button-down shirt that was designed by MimiG and her husband Norris, and the pattern number is Simplicity 9554. I thought this would be the perfect pattern for both of us to sew up that would be good for summer, and it can also be a layering piece for fall. And while I like how it turned out a whole lot, I'm not really used to wearing oversized shirts, so I kind of feel like it's too big, but at the same time I don't, and it's definitely not so big to where I think I can't wear it. And I also have found several different ways to wear it that kind of, you know, pushes that oversized look off to the side, so definitely keep watching so that you can see that. But I did make my top 2 sizes up from my finished body measurements, but I did that because it was supposed to be an oversized top, but I guess, you know, I really didn't take in consideration the designees, which is why I feel like it might be a little bit too big. But like I said, although I did make it more oversized than I desired, I still think it's a knockout, and it's a really good top. It's very easy to make. It did take me about roughly 6 hours total from cut to finish, but I'm a slow sewer, so you know, that's not nothing new. But yeah, it was very easy. There were no hiccups, and I will go ahead and talk more about the pattern in detail in the fabric that I used. So again, the pattern number is Simplicity 9554 and the pattern description is unisex shirt in 2 lengths. There are 2 views to this pattern and the only difference is the length. The view that I made is view A, which is the longer length, and I made that length because I wanted it to kind of serve as like a duster if need be, or a shirt dress. And MimiG on the cover is also wearing the longer length. For the fabric recommendations, it recommends batiks, chambrays, cotton blends, linens, lightweight denim, poplins, and shirtings. And the sewing skill level is set at average, and I would say that that is right, because although it is easy to sew together, you do have to use the burrito method for the yoke, and you also have to install buttons, or I should say sew on buttons and make buttonholes. But you could always use snaps if you wanted to. You don't necessarily have to use buttons, but I prefer buttons for something like this. As far as the notions, all you're going to need is thread in 8 half-inch buttons, but I did use 3/4 inch buttons because I couldn't find any half-inch buttons at the time. So I just went with 3/4 inch because I don't feel like it make that big of a difference. For the pattern sizing, it comes in sizes extra small through extra large, and the size that I cut was the size large because I wanted the top to be oversized. I wanted to make sure that it looked oversized, even though like I said earlier, probably about 2 or 3 times, I feel like it's just a tad bit more oversized than I preferred. You know, it's still okay, but if I made this again, I would probably sew a medium. I will say that this pattern is very size inclusive because at the largest size, the finished bust measurement for the extra large is 60.5 inches. So those who struggle with finding patterns in larger sizes, this would be a good one to pick up, especially during the sales, because you would only have to pay $2, whereas some of the larger sizes runs more frequently in independent patterns, and the patterns are a lot more in cost. So just keep that in mind if you know anyone who needs larger sizes and they want to try something like this out. So as far as the pattern pieces, there are 9 pattern pieces to this pattern, and those pattern pieces are the front, the back, the pocket, the loop in the back, the yoke back, the collar and the collar band, and the armhole facing. And then there's one other pattern piece, which is the guide for the buttonhole. So there's only 8 pattern pieces that you need to cut fabric out for. So, you know, like I said, the 9th one is just the guide. After everything was sewn up and I was able to style it, I do think it looks like the pattern envelope. The instructions were very easy to follow, and there is a sew along for this pattern as well. So if you struggle with reading pattern instructions or struggle with the Big 4 pattern instructions, you can follow the sew along. I did listen to the beginning portion of the sew along, but I mostly just used the written instructions to make this because I mean, they were right in front of me and I would have rather just read it or look at the pictures as I go. But what I particularly like about this pattern, I liked the button down casual look. I like how casual it is, and I also like how there are no set-in sleeves. I like how the finished look is with the burrito method on the inside, and I also like that this pattern, although it's a button-down shirt, you do not have to use a different pattern piece to get the button placket. So all you have to do is like fold over this front section. There's extra fabric before you cut it. Just fold it over twice and you have your placket. I've made button-down shirts like that before for my sons, and I do enjoy that method. I also like when it's a separate placket sometimes because you can make contrasting plackets that way. However, it is quicker to do it this way, and I did enjoy that. There was nothing that I disliked about the pattern. As far as learning a new technique and having a first time experience, yes, I actually did. I think this was the first time because I can't think of any other time. So this is the first time that I actually used the burrito method, and I love how it makes the garment look on the inside. It was not difficult to do at all, and I really prefer that method. It gives a super clean finish inside, and it looks very professional. So yes, absolutely love that and was happy to have experienced that. So for the fabric, I used this leopard print purple cotton that I think is absolutely gorgeous. I usually don't buy a ton of the same fabric, but I think I want to buy more of this because I have another pattern in mind that I would use for this color and print. And after the coupons that I had at Joann's and the deals that were going on, I only paid $4.80 per yard for this fabric, and I did purchase 3 yards. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving this fabric, and yeah, I'm gonna be marching in there to get more. I honestly, when I purchased it, I knew I liked it, but I didn't think I would like it as well as I did. So yes. As far as the buttons, I used some basic black buttons. They were not expensive at all, probably the cheapest buttons that you can find at Joann's. So as far as alterations or changes, yes, I decided to leave my sleeves raw like Mimi and Norris's is on the pattern cover, but I don't think I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't know, I'm not really sure. There is a pattern piece for a sleeve band, or I don't know, like a sleeve band or binding or something like that, and I did have that cut out. I did cut that out with the fabric, so I'll make a decision whether or not I want to attach that or not. Sometimes I feel like I don't really like the rugged look, but I just want to try something different. So if I decide that that's just not something that I want to deal with, I'll go ahead and attach that band. And as mentioned earlier, I did use 3/4 inch buttons instead of the 1/2 inch buttons. So those were the only changes. But yes, I would definitely recommend this pattern. I think it's such a great oversized top. You know, just don't overdo it. And if you're new to shirt making, I think this is an especially good pattern to have because you don't have to put in set sleeves. So, you know, it just it's just one pattern piece for the front, one pattern piece for the back, and your sleeves are part of that pattern piece. So yeah. So as far as availability is concerned, this pattern came out in 2022, and it is still available to purchase on your Simplicity website, your Joann's, or Hobby Lobby. And as far as my pairings, I paired this with some skinny jeans cutout pants that I purchased from Old Navy a while back. So now I will enter a few more pictures and video clips and twirls of me wearing my oversized top, and I will also show you how you can wear the top in 3 different ways. So for this first style, I call this basic because you are basically wearing it as shown on the pattern cover. It is an oversized top, so it's going to be very spacious and roomy. This top is perfect for when you don't want to wear fitted clothes. This next style is called the one side French tuck. This is a great way to style your shirt because it draws the eye to the waist or creates the illusion of the waist. This styling is most flattering with high-waisted bottoms. This next style is the front tie. I left 2 buttons open on the bottom, tied those ends of the front together so that I could have a more gathered look at the bottom but still have an oversized look at the top. And for your bonus look, I am wearing my oversized top as a duster. Who can't use a duster? A duster is great for layering, so I can also wear this in the winter time with a black turtleneck underneath it. So yes, I am very pleased with how this top came out, and you know, even though, like I said earlier, I think I may have made it a little bit too oversized, I don't think it's a deal breaker, and I still think it looks good, and that is not going to stop me from wearing it at all, especially since I have other styling options. And yeah, so definitely loving it. Please let me know what your thoughts are about this pattern and my top and the different versions of how I styled it in the comment section below, as I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, please make sure that you head over to Michelle's channel if you have not done so already to see her top and how it came out, and also make sure you are checking out all of the collaboration videos for this challenge. On yesterday, Stephanie of Farrell Focus collaborated with Michelle, and they made hoodie hug dresses. That is a pattern that Stephanie designed, and it is absolutely adorable, super cute, so definitely check that out. And tomorrow, Myra of Lorraine will be in collaboration collaboration with Michelle, and they will be sharing raglan t-shirts. Both of those projects sound super exciting, so like I said before, you definitely don't want to miss out and check those videos out. Well, that is all for me, and I am getting ready to close out this video, but before you leave, please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!